Welcome to practice number 18. In this practice, we will be modeling this piece in here. After we get the piece modeled, we are going to create this exact same tech draw. And now I suggest that you stop the video for a moment, look at these measures, look at the piece, and after you have looked enough, we will start modeling this piece. Now, there are many ways in which we can start modeling this piece in. I think that the best way is probably I will start modeling this tube in here, and then I will model this part, this part, this part, and in the end I will model this back part in here. So first, let's start by modeling this. I have a circle in here, diameter 60 millimeters, a hole that goes through the part 44 millimeters. The diameter is 44 millimeters. Let's go to Freecad. From here, new, create body, create sketch, choose the plane. I'm going to draw on XZ plane, circle tool, 60 millimeters, and then the hole, which is 44 millimeters. Right click, exit the tool, close the sketch, pad it. From the drawing, the part is 60 millimeters wide. And now before we press OK, let's see the coordinate. As you can see, the part is now on top of the XZ plane. I want it to be in the middle, in the center, so that the design process is going to be, it's much easier for me to design when it's in the center. That's why I will click on symmetric to plane, and now the part is in the center of the XZ plane. Click OK, click on the eye here, and we can hide the planes. Now I will click on the front on this plane, and I will create a sketch. Click on create a sketch, back to the drawing. Now we will be modeling this part in here, this part. And as you can see, it goes from here to the center of the hole. And now if we measure, we don't have the dimension from the bottom to the center of the hole, but we can calculate it. The part from the bottom to the top is 165. So from here to here, 165. I know that the diameter of this is 60, so minus 30, and I will be in here. So 165 minus 30 is 135. Okay, and then the thickness of this part is 20 millimeters. Back to the drawing. External geometry from here. Click on here, and then polyline. Click on here, go straight forward up to here, and then here. Now don't press ESC, just continue. Press M from the keyboard, M from the keyboard, M from the keyboard, and now we have this. Click on here. Right click, exit the tool. As you can see, it's not constrained yet. We need to constrain it. So first thing, I will click on this, see from the keyboard, okay. Now it's constrained in this direction. The dimension of this was 20 millimeters. There seems to be an error. Okay, it doesn't matter. Right click. We can still fix this. Let's see where the problem is. This one, 20. Okay, doesn't give me an error. Click on here, click on the line 135, 135, like this. And we are here. Our sketch is fully constrained. Okay. And you need to close your wire, otherwise this is not going to work. If you don't have this in here, it's not going to work. So you have to close the wire. Close the sketch, pad it. Now our pad is 60 millimeters. But as you can see, nothing is happening because the pad is coming onto this direction, and we want it on the other direction. So you have to click reversed, and now the pad is going on the right direction. Click OK, and we are here. Then let's model this part. diameter 60 millimeters, the hole that goes through the part is 30 millimeters. And the pad that we have in here, 10 millimeters and 20 millimeters to the other side. So we will click on this plane, create a sketch. For some reason, Freecad flips my piece. We can rotate it like this from here, from the arrows, external geometry, click on here. Then click on the circle, onto the center, click, and we said 60 millimeters. Right click, exit the tool, close your sketch. We are here. I will turn it to the front. Now, pad your piece. As you can see, the pad is happening on this direction. See? But we want it 10 millimeters here and 20 millimeters to the back. So we have to change this to 2 dimensions. And now the first dimension is the front, the second dimension is the back. The back was 20, the front was 10. And click OK. We are here. The hole, click on this plane, create a sketch. For some reason, again, Freecad flips my piece, doesn't matter. Click on here, external geometry, and circle onto the center, 30 millimeters. Right click, exit the tool, close your sketch, make a pocket from here through all, click OK. And we are here. Then we have this part in here, this piece. The thickness of this piece is 12, tangent from here to here to here to here. Okay, let's make it. Now I can make a sketch on this plane, but because I know my piece is going to be in the center and this whole piece is centered on the XZ plane, see, I can, it's better for me to draw my sketch onto the XZ plane. So I will just click on create sketch and I will choose XZ plane because it's already in the center. Easier for me. Click on the XZ. And now if I want to see the cut in which I'm drawing the section here, view section, if I click on it, and this is the cut from the XZ plane. Now this is exactly the XZ plane. I will turn this to front. And from here, external geometry, click onto here, click onto here. We have these two external geometries. Polyline from here, here, and to here, and then M from the keyboard, and like this. Now our sketch is closed, but as you can see, it's not fully constrained. It still moves. So we now, when we know this is, we need to constrain this. We click on this dot and click on the external geometry, and from here, constrain tangent. See, now our sketch is fully constrained. We can close it, pad it. Again, as you can see, if I pad it like this, it's going to pad only on this direction, but I want it to pad symmetrically, 12 millimeters and symmetric to plane. And now it's in the center. Press OK. The last part is this part in here, 55 and 15. Now the center, from here to the center of the hole is 55 minus 30, 25. Okay, let's make it. So I will create a sketch and I will make draw my sketch onto this plane. This is the top view, external geometry from here. And I know that I want to draw from here. This is where my piece is going to be going outward. So back to the top view, and I want my external geometry here. Click on this. Now my external geometry is in here. I will click this view section to see only the section. Now this is the view from the section of the plane. And I will draw my piece onto here. Click, take polyline, click on here, here, go straight, then M from the keyboard, like this, come to here and back to here. Right click, exit the tool. As you can see, now we need to add constraints. So first thing, I will click on this line and I will constrain it horizontal, vertical. Now it's constrained. Then it still is moving, and we said the center of the piece from here to here is 25 millimeters. I will click on here, 25, and my sketch is fully constrained. Now I will add the hole in here. The hole was 30 millimeters onto the center, 30. Right click, my sketch is fully constrained, close it. Here is the sketch. Now I need to move this to here, back to the drawing. The dimension from the bottom to here is 90. My plane is in here, so 90 minus 30 is 60. This dimension is 60. Okay, so I need to lift this up 60 millimeters. Choose the sketch, and from here you have the attachment offset. Click on these dots. You see these dots? Click and click again. This opens up. The Z direction, as you can see, you can move your sketch in many directions. This is the X direction, this is the Y direction, and this is the Z direction. Now we only need to move it in the Z direction. I will turn these to 0, and we said 60 millimeters. Press OK. Here is our sketch. Now pad it. The thickness is 15. OK. And our part is modeled and ready. Now to the tech draw. From here, tech draw. Then insert a template. Click on here. Here are the Freecad ready-made templates. But I have my own template. My own template is in here, and this is my template. Now choose the part, insert view, and your part is here. Let's modify the scale. My scale in here was 3 to 5. Okay. From here, custom 3 to 5. That's it. Press OK. Now we have in here, as you can see, we have these hard hidden lines. These hard hidden lines are basically lines that represent these holes. See, if I draw a straight line like this, see, these are the hard hidden lines, as you can see. Okay. Now, how to make these hard hidden lines visible is click on the view, and here you have hard hidden. Press through and update from here, and now you have these hard hidden lines, and they are visible. Okay. Then let's add this section. Click on view, click on here, and I want this direction. Also live update, and here is my section view. See, I will add an identifier, which is A. This is my identifier. See, the updated the identifier, and from here you can move your section. My section, if I move this X, take a look. I will move it back, 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 back. I want it from here. This seems to be good to me. I can press OK. Now this is how you add a section. Let's add from the other direction. Again, choose it, section, this arrow, live update. Here is my section view, and identifier. I will add B. Press OK. Now this is how you add the section view. And from here, you can turn the frames off, or by right click, you can click toggle the frames, whichever you like. Let's move this a bit to here and move this. As you can see, if I move this to here, when I move it close enough, it snaps to the right place. See, it snapped. It snapped. Same thing with this one. If I move it in, it snaps when it's exactly in it's aligned. It snaps. So like this. Now From the drawing, how to add the center marks, circle center marks. Simple. Click on the circle and click on here, add circle center lines. And this is how you add circle center lines. Dimensions, D from the keyboard, and you can add dimensions like this, like this. Now, how to modify the look of the dimension? As you can see, I prefer this look. How to modify it? See this one? Click on it, then view, and in here you have this rendering extent. I prefer minimal. See what happened? This line disappeared. And from here, I also prefer ISO referencing. It looks better. See? So instead of this kind of dimension, I would prefer this one. And you can play with these. Try them by yourself. How to add this BB text. Again, choose the section. And from here, you have the balloon. Insert a balloon. You can click in any place. Move the balloon to here. Double click A, A, make it a little bit bigger to distinguish the text. And from here, let's make line, and from here, make it false. And this is how you have the AA text. Now, when I move this section, the AA text moves with the section. That's also a good thing to know. Sometimes you need to add a dimension, for example, in this place. If you try to add a dimension onto here, let's see. As you can see, you don't have a vertex in here. You don't have a vertex in here. So adding a dimension from here is just impossible. You cannot, here you have two vertices, so you can add a dimension. But in here, you don't have a vertex. You don't have a vertex. So how to add a vertex? If you want to add a vertex, just click on the vertex. And from here, you have this add an offset vertex. Click on it. And now it's asking, I know the circle, the diameter is 60, so it needs to go down minus 60. Minus 60, click OK, and you have a vertex in here. And now I can add dimensions like this from this vertex. That's also a useful thing to know. One other thing which is useful, I think you have all the tools to add these dimensions. And now let's talk about the 3D model. The 3D model, when you want to insert a 3D model, first position it in the, go back to the body and then position it the way that you like, let's say like this. If you zoom in, it will become bigger. If you zoom out, it will become smaller when you click on the camera. So I will zoom in right now, page, and now I will click on the camera, click OK, and here is my 3D model. You can, again, if you zoom in the model, it becomes bigger. If you zoom out, it becomes smaller. Also, you can modify the size from here. You have the scale in here. If I put 1 to 2, for example, it becomes bigger. So whichever you like. However, I have noticed that using this, the quality of the drawing becomes, the quality of the picture becomes poorer. So I would rather zoom, but it's good to know. And last thing, which is very good to know, when you want to make a PDF from this, if you try to make an export PDF, let's say FF, let's open this FF, as you can see what happened. Now, because of this latest update in Freecad, it's the export PDF doesn't really work. This is what you get. So to solve this problem, I will close this. And to solve this problem, what you need to do, let's toggle the frames first. To solve this problem, you have to export it in SVG. Click on here, press OK. Then from here, open it in Inkscape. We need to open it in Inkscape. Now it's opened in Inkscape. It looks good. And from Inkscape, we have to save it as PDF. Press OK, and now this should be, and this is how this is okay now. So we have to do it this way. Thanks for watching.